Howdy folks, welcome back to Railroader. I don't know what I've got myself into. We have got all kinds of cars down here at East Whittier, and I got to try to get it sorted out. So this is the same day here, 26, as the last two videos. And I've got the train that we gathered up at the end of the last video down here at East Whittier, and trying to get everything sorted out. I've got some cars here ready to come out to get to the interchange. Then we got some set outs to do. But first I need to get this giant train out of the way. So we need to grab number 5. Also, I wanted to check. I think the passenger train is down in Silva. I think it's completed. Yeah, it's already done. Sweet. Number 6 looks like number 9 there. It's upside down. All right, so number 5. You were good to go ahead and shove into here. Almost every video, I know I get people saying there's mods, and I reply to multiple comments. I'm not doing mods until they're officially supported, so. Yes, I know there's mods that add tracks, but well, I like a challenge. Part of the fun for me is figuring out how to do things, not just going in and modding it to be easy. So I'm still figuring out things as we go. I'm going to drop these logs off, and then I may just have to use the main line. Because I've got to put the pickups somewhere. I usually put them on this second track here. I don't really have anywhere for the pulpwood and stuff to go. So we may end up using the main. I don't think there's any trains scheduled through here. We can role play like we're checking in with dispatch over the telegraph. Something like that. Got to get all this out of the way. I could also shove it over to Whittier. That'd probably be the more prototypical thing to do. Shove it over to Whittier and sit on the siding. But I might just use the main line here. We're a little short branch line. Main doesn't get a whole lot of use. All right, how are we looking? That will do right there. Lots of red. All right, we'll drop you right there. And that will put these... Yeah, that would not put the pulpwood together, would it? Oh well, I'll sort that out later. There's a lot of things I learn as I go. I try to think ahead, and then it seems like there's always something that I didn't think about. So later in the day, we're going to need the pulpwood to be on the Silva-bound train. So I guess I could put the pulpwood on that track and then put the log cars up on the Y leg like I usually do. Where is... Yeah, because number 4 is already turned. Already turned number 4, so he's good to go. That might be what I'll do. I'm just making this up as I go. I'm just looking through. I wonder if that would fit. Will that fit on here? Let me run around that. It might work. Let's try something. Come down here. Let me see if that'll fit. I'll be right back. Well, I got myself in a little bit of a pickle. I forgot when I hooked back onto that, I wasn't past here. Anyway, it tried to go on the main line to get down to the place. Instead of going down this line, it started going down the main line to come in from the other side because reasons. And I could barely move this thing. We're at 1,952 tons. And and it's all it can do to push this. We're going to need a bigger locomotive. I thought this guy was going to do it, the logging Mikado, but nope. We need a bigger Mikado. So it's pushing it. I think it's going to make it, but I'm going to try to get this back on the right track and get some stuff moved around. What I was trying to do is shove down here, and I was going to actually use the Y to get these cars sorted. So put the pulpwood here, put the logs here, get them all together. It looks like it's pushing it, but it's going to be a while because it is just barely moving it. I might have to... Yeah, it's still just going 1 mile an hour. Oh boy. Alright, I think it's doubleheader time. Okay, number 2 to the rescue. So I'm going to have to buy a bigger locomotive or do logs and pulpwood separately. Probably will end up doing logs and pulpwood separately rather than try to bring everything down at once. It's just a little much. So I actually haven't done doubleheader since they changed this. I don't know for sure how this works. Let's see. Let's go to number 5 and let's put you on. Let's leave you on waypoint. Go to number 2. Put you on manual. So can I MU this guy? Now in theory number 2 is MU'd. So he should help us if I'm back controlling number 5. That's the theory anyway. Let's see if we can move. So I wanted to put all this pulpwood over here on this spur. So let's say go here. And if we start moving faster than 1 mile an hour, then we know we got some help. Well, he's chuffing. Guys, I was hoping for a little more movement than that. Is it that hard to push 2,000 tons on level ground? I'm sure this is all level through here. Yeah, I mean it's a little bit of help. It's not a ton of help. Yeah, there we go. We got her moving now. That's a good screenshot. There we go. Helper locomotive operations on the East Whittier Logging Company. Yeah, we're pushing. Just took a little bit to get all that weight moving. So, lesson learned. Don't bring it all down at once and expect to be able to move anything. Or bring it all down and leave it over there on the Y. And then pull pieces off. Alright, I'm going to get that moved over. I'm going to get those cars sorted out, and then I'll put number 2 back in the shed after we get the cars over here. So I want to set the pulpwood out on this track. And actually now with them out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and get number 4 down there on the head end ready to go. Does he need refilled? No, he's good. So let me put number 4 down here. Temporarily. So he's out of the way. And then when we bring those cars in, we'll let those 2 engines escape, and then we'll put number 4 on the head end, and he'll be ready to pull that train out of here. Which way are you going? I think you're going back that way. Alright, cool. Meanwhile, back at the ranch. I pushed you up far enough? That's going to be far enough. That'll do. So we'll stick those logs here. Shove that pulpwood on down. You get the idea. Get this all sorted out and we'll get back at it. Well, it took some doing, but we got there in the end. Got number 2 repositioning. What I like to do is push the cars out with number 3, and then number 2 can push them down here to the yard. So they kind of work together. It's handy having both engines there. And I was just looking at the weight. We go back to number 5 here. It's like 15, yeah, almost 1,500 tons. So it's going to be pushing it for number 4. We may just want to send the pulpwood and come back. And yeah, I don't know. With the pulpwood now, I may just have to invest in some of the bigger engines. I didn't think I would need those with this small of an operation, but pulpwood is heavy. All right, number 5. You're clear to take the main. Get number 4 on the front of this bad boy. Brought that down a little too far, didn't I? Oh well. Alright, number 5. I want you to come all the way up here and just hang out. And I get these. I'm going to get these back in their normal position. The AI sometimes leaves them in funny positions. And then number 3, you are all set? Yeah, you're all set to push out. So I'm going to have you push up here. At least get them up out of the hole past this switch. Because I think these cars here are going to be about as much as we can handle. But I think we can do about 2,000 tons with the Mastodon. And we're going to be pushing it. It's just these, let alone the pulpwood. Tell you what, that's going to be pretty long. So just go ahead and come on down here and hook on to number 2. That'll work. It's definitely a logistics game. Alright, you can bump her up to 25 as you run down through there. And 4. No, you're coupled up. I just want to get you unhooked from here. Hooked onto here. And I think we're going to have to make 2 runs until I can get a bigger locomotive bot. We'll be upgrading soon, apparently. Or just make 2 runs. I mean, that's the option, too. We'd burn a little more coal and water. But so if we look at... I was looking at the switcher, but for the Conley branch. I think he'll just do logs and pulpwood separately. The logging Mikado can handle that, no problem. But if we look at the Mastodon, it's 40,000. Even if we went up to like the C55... I don't really want the large curve radius. I just don't think that really fits the theme of a logging railroad. But, so really the biggest we can go is the C55. And that's 58 versus 40. So we'll see. I don't know if a single C55 could handle the pulpwood and the freight going back. If it could, it might be worth it. For now, we'll just do what we can with what we got. Number 4, you are all set. Let's get you queued up for Silva. You see, you are pulpwood, so I want to take you to Dillsboro, actually. Zoom to number 6 here. I think we'll bring you in. I don't have the extra tracks. Yeah, those are all connected. So I'm going to bring you down to here. Away he goes. Slowly but surely. All right, good luck. Good luck, number 4. Let's get back here to the rest of our locomotives. So we got that pushed up plenty high. We'll just unhook you. Get you back down in the bowl. And how many cars do we have here? We got 2, 4, 6. Yeah, this will work. So let's grab this car. We'll grab that and we'll pull that cut out. Then we have to get up past this switch, so I think I'm going to have to pull number 2 down a little more. And get on the main again. We're occupying the main line a lot. Let's go ahead and pull number 2 down. Let's give him some air, though. It will take off without air if the brakes are released. He'll wait for handbrakes, though. You're just constantly flying all over the place. Alright, there he goes. He's off. And while they're repositioning, I've been working, getting number 1 passenger train here turned around. So I got him on the Y. Go ahead and bring him on back. Make sure he's going the correct direction. So we got car, locomotive fender. So about there ought to do. Hope that doesn't bother anybody. Just bebopping around all the time. What it's all about with solo ops. Alright, I'm going to zoom in a little further so we can get the hoses hooked up. And we'll go pop you over here. Oh no, you're going back over here, aren't you? I forgot. I had you sitting there for a reason. Stop! I forgot. I left you there for a good reason. Want you on the outside, because we're going to push these new gondolas in. And that one's already got stuff in it, so I wanted it to come out first. That's why I left that sitting there like a smart guy. We just need to grab these cars and shove them out. Meanwhile, we got number 5 here. So we might as well get number 5 snuck across. Actually, he should probably get some water real quick while faffing around with these guys. Watch, I'll get the wrong engine given orders here eventually. It's bound to happen. So we'll get him refilled with coal and water, and we'll send him down. He can just hang out there on the logging track for a bit. Alright, still got number 3 selected. Get you some air. He has cleared the switch, so we can say bring on down and hook onto there. And away we go. Alright, how are we looking down here? We got number 1 is off. So let's get him back over to the station before number 4 gets down there. Yep, looking good. You can come down here, so do car, look somewhere about, I think it's just ahead of those plants. That's where I usually have it. We'll get him spotted, and he's doing just fine with coal and water. And do I want to do another run today? I think I will come back. We'll sneak it in between the runs of Pulpwood and Freight. So I'm going to go ahead and queue these guys up to get loaded. He gets to the station. Then we're back over to number 3. Oh, no, let's get number 4 taken care of. Or, sorry, number 5. I'm going to lose track of what I'm doing here. Back to manual mode. Pop that open, and then we're going to go forward a bit. Whoa! Too far. There you go, perfect. Doing pretty good on coal, but definitely needed some water. Busy, busy days. I'm kind of regretting doing the pulpwood, but that's okay. We'll end this season with a bang. Tier 5, we're going balls to the wall. Although I don't think I'm going to be able to do Tier 5 pulpwood. That might be a little more than I've bargained for. My main problem is time. Like, I don't have a whole lot of gaming time. And it just takes a lot of time to do all the switching. So it's fun, but I don't necessarily have a ton of time on my hands. This whole career thing really gets in the way of video games. Alright, stow you. Bring you on forward. Might as well top you off with coal while we're here. Lower, and then back to number 3. Get you unhooked. And we'll stick number 3 back down here in the pocket. And we got number 2, and you need to be hooked up somewhere along in here. Oh, there it is. Beauty. Tried to scroll and my mouse was over the window. That didn't work out too well. Alright, you can go ahead and back up to here just for funsies. Alright, you are all topped off. Excellent. So I'm going to put you back on waypoint mode. Get you back on your logging train. Like chess with trains here. And then once you're clear, I can tell number 2 to come on through. Yeah, see, that's 1,100 tons, so we would have been overweight trying to haul that with the Mastodon as well. I don't think it would have made it. Speaking of Mastodon, he's going 31 mile an hour right now, so he hasn't made it to Cowie yet. All right, number 2, you can come on through. Need you to push right on down to here. Only I need to tell you to come through here first. Otherwise, you'll be draped over this runaround. That's ugly. Can't have it. And then we can finally get our setouts. All right, he's going to push down through there, and then you can pull that down. Number 3 can start pulling stuff off, because I think it's got Stenzel on the, yeah, it's got Stenzel on the top end, which is perfect. Does a pretty good job of blocking it. In your, if you didn't know, in your company settings, features, you can do the blocking. So I've got it set to blocked by destination. You can have it in varying degrees of blocked. If you want to do all your switching and sorting and stuff, you can put it on hostile. And it won't be blocked at all, and you have to sort everything out before you deliver them. I ain't got time for that. That sounds like fun, but there's also just not a whole lot of like yard features available that would make that a joy. All right, number 2 is pushing almost 1,200 tons, so it's struggling a little bit. After buying all the Pulpwood cars, we're kind of poor, so we're not going to be buying any engines soon. What's number 4 doing? 4's down to 28 miles an hour. Where's number 4? Ice, not even to Barker's yet. So right in here. Right around mile marker 50. Probably going to see that speed go down quite a bit. Alrighty, we'll get this pushed down. I'm going to get those guys pulled down, and I'll be right back. These empties are considerably lighter, so not as much trouble starting out. Number 4 is struggle busting up the hill. It's going to make it no problem. Down to 17 miles an hour, but still chugging along. Alright, we got number 3 on the rear, so let's go break off the Stenzel cars, which was the first 2, I believe. Yep. First 2, so break those loose, and then we're going to send number 2 on over to Whittier proper. Whee. And I haven't looked yet. Do we have any pickups over here? We do. Probably here as well. All those are coming out. Beautiful. That'll make it easy. So I'll probably do that off camera. You've seen me do that lots and lots of times. It's the same old, same old. Let's get number 3 down in the bowl. So we'll come down to about halfway. Because not all these cars will fit. So we got to do it a piece at a time here. If we check back in on number 4, has actually made it down there. Cool. And number 1 as well should be loading up. We'll get this down here. Once he's shoving towards there, we'll go get number 4 broke off. We need to get it turned around and headed back up here to East Whittier. I need to probably get a better cadence down where we could, you know, be bringing something back with us. I don't have that right now. You probably have yet another set of Pulpwood cars. I have 3 sets. But that would be a little much. There's just not enough switching room. Let's see. Yeah, we can do that. So let's cut it here. Too many cars? 2, 4, 6, 8. That should be about right, actually. The cars are the right length. So let's bring you here. Yeah. Al seems happy with the situation. So we'll shove that whole cut in here and then grab the gondolas. Grab that. Shove that over there and get it ready for loading. Zoom way out to capture all that, wouldn't I? Well, you get the idea. Alright, number 2 has arrived. suppose I could work number 2 while that's going. We wanted to be super efficient. So let's just go ahead and I probably, in hindsight, I should have pulled up over here, but that will also work. So let's grab these guys first. I think. Yeah, and then we can pull the tanker out, stick it on the back. Be on our merry way. Alright, we're going to be swapping back and forth here between 2 and 3. So we'll set you guys in there. Throw a handbrake on. And actually I want to grab this first. How you doing on... Ooh, you're just about out of water. Thought I had filled you up. Well, we'll have to get some water soon. $400 gallons? Yeah, that should be fine. We'll get this switched and then I can get him topped off. Here you. Third time's the charm there, clicking that guy. Two has arrived at its waypoint. Excellent. So let's grab these cars. Come here, you. Got a brake. Yep, those are all 3 coming out. We'll come back down here and grab these cars. I guess, yeah, it wouldn't have made sense to stop here, so I did the right thing. Alright, back over to number 3. We're just swapping back and forth. Just some time for him to grab these cars. You staying with me here? Comment section? Almost said chat because it's not a live stream. Come on. Camera just sometimes doesn't want to work. I'm not sure why. Both scrolling and rotating. I don't know if that's a Linux thing or if that's just in this patch. Alright, he'll shove up there. Two's coming back on here, and then the tanker that needs picked up is this back car. So the plan will be to shove those guys up in there. Then I can bring these guys back to this track. Then I'll come in here with just the loco, grab this cut, stick the tanker on the back of that cut, and then shove them back into here. Then it will be good. Unless there's something to do in Ella, which is possible. Okay, got you some air. You can kind of right back over here. A little close. Give him some buffer room. And then, of course, guessed it, back over to number 3. Perfect time. Alright, those are dropped off. Can we get one more? Yeah, we can get one more car in there if we need to. Which we will, because look at all the cars we have. Or at least that handbrake, but they've got a brake set on them, so they shouldn't move. The handbrake is just insurance. Alright, how are we looking here, number 2? Ready to head up the hump into Stenzel. While it's doing that, let's go take a quick look down here at Ella. I would wager that we've got some pickups down here. We don't have any setouts. Nope, they're all still, these are pretty slow, so they're all still processing. Although, looks like later today. Yeah, this evening, probably both of these will need to be picked up. That's a future me problem. Running low on water, 20% remaining. Yep, thanks. Thanks, Al. I'm aware that I did not fill you up with water. In the catchment area, but we'll line it up with the dock here. See, I told him to stop here, so that's why I left a little buffer room. They used to stop pretty precisely. It seems like something changed. Okay, so I want them to be here. So if I do that, that's going to tell them to come to here. No, if it's on that side, it's pushing in. Interesting. That's why it's handy to have the tab on sometimes to see what the AI is thinking. Depending on where you are in relation, it might decide, oh, I'll just back through here and come up. I also could have pulled in, grabbed those cars. So there's different ways to do this. I'm going to set those cars here. So they need to be about here-ish. So they're clear of that switch. So we got 1, 2. Yeah, let's bring it back to about here just to be safe. And let's check out on number 3 while he's... 3 is hooked up. So if I tell him now, hey, put those cars over here, he's going to say, too long, bud. Too long of a train. What are you talking about? So we'll bring him down about halfway, and then we can fit, I think, 8 cars in here. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're 2 cars too long. What I can do is cut those cars off. Now I'll tell him to come up here. Leave these guys off. So they'll slowly start rolling, and we'll roll them down to about here so they're just ready for pickup. Handbrakes are pretty strong. Had them on for just a little bit. They came to a complete standstill. Yeah, it'll do. Leave you right in there. 2 is where he needs to be, so we'll get these guys spotted. And then at tier 5, we usually end up with 1 extra car that like won't fit. So it takes a little extra switching. A little further out. Get that one in there. There you go. So this car won't fit. There's always 1 extra car. So maybe a little adjustment needed by the devs. Wink, wink, hint, hint. Actually, we're going to be several cars out this time. We've got... Yeah, we're going to have 2 cars more than we can handle at tier 5. If we had another gondola, it'd be 3 more than we can handle. Alright, back to number 2. Alright, you guys stay right there. Throw a handbrake on for safety, and then I need to come grab this cut. Then back over to number 3. It was down to 375 gallons of water, but that's fine. We just got to spot these 2 cars, and then we'll go fill this guy up. I don't think. Yeah, we'll put one here and one there. So I don't know if that's a balancing thing where at Tier 5 you have too many cars, or if that's just part of the Tier 5 experience that they want to have. Like you have to do some switching, you know, during the day. Get everything loaded. Either way is fine. I don't care. I know your water's low. Calm down. I do like that it notifies you now instead of just like, why is that engine stopped? Stop because you're dumb. Actually, a nice screenshot. There we go. It's always time for an F12. Can I squeak by there? It's a little tight. We'll go ahead and move it. Stick you over here where you got plenty of room. And number 2 has arrived. Okay, number 2, I need you to stick that tanker right on the end of this train. Then we'll put those cars back, do a little run around, and we'll be ready to shove back over to East Whittier Yard. If I can spit those words out. This may end up being another long video. I try to keep them around 20 or 30 minutes, but there's just so much going on now. It's a little difficult. That's why I broke up the last 2 videos into separate videos. It was going to be over an hour long. While some of you like that, most of you do. The average view time on my Railroader videos is like 12 minutes. But that's from a lot of people that just click off. They click on and click off. Let's see. Number 3, you are done in there. So come over here and get some water. Hey, look at number 2. Getting ready to hook the car on here. Alright, well I think that'll finish out this video. Speaking of long videos, I'm just going to put this tanker on there, do the old run around, and head back there. That'll be pretty much it. We do need to spot the pulpwood, so I'll probably do that next video. And we'll have to come back over here, of course, and pull stuff back over with number 4. So operation continues here. We're not even at noon yet on day 26, and we've already got 3 videos out of it. So busy, busy times here on the East Whittier Logging Company. Thanks as always for hanging out, folks. Hope you all have an awesome day. I'll catch you in the next adventure. Take care.